go off like a.
All right, everyone. Thank you for joining. This is an impromptu live. We are here because Onchain is an idiot. And once again, he was in a chat, brought on. It was a setup. Hey, John brings Onchain in to chat that Brian's on. And trust me, the three of us have a lot of opinions on it. Joining me today are Confirm and RM. And you all know him, Daniel Prado, who's not the happy-go-lucky self. He's passionate today, as we all know. So
yeah, I mean, it was an atrocity. It was absolutely an embarrassment. And Hey John is a complete and utter pussy for allowing that to happen. He as soon as Onchain came on, I was saying, listen, don't do this. Brian, get off. It was in the live chat. You can check it out. And I was just like, this is not going to end well. And then it wasn't me saying that because I was afraid for Brian. I just know that this guy's a complete and utter joke. He's a scam artist himself. He's out there scamming everybody else and taking them out of projects, especially Safuu, which is what he continues to call a scam, despite the facts that are given to him, which is everybody who's involved in this project has been and is and will be in profit. That's all he wants to do is just continue to try to bring this project down. I mean, it's not like he's doing it, but this is what he's trying to do. And I love the fact that he comes on there and he starts to right away act like he's taking over. And what does Hey John do? Nothing. He doesn't do anything. He lets the little guy fucking go in there and take over his entire show. What the fuck are you doing, bro? What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? You don't let him come in there like that. What the fuck, bro? A fucking atrocity is what that was, bro. That was bullshit, John. Fucking bullshit. This guy is a fucking con artist. That's what he is. He's a con artist. And people listening to him are losing money because they're listening to what the fuck he has to say. And he doesn't know what he's talking about. Go back and look at it. He was asked a simple question about the fucking blockchain. And what does he do? He deflects, starts talking shit about everybody. He can't answer it. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about at all. He doesn't know. But yet you're listening to him when he talks about this shit, whether or not they're a fucking scam or not. Fuck you, motherfucker. Fuck you.
I love it. I love Prado is passionate. This is anytime you see a guy doing this with his hands, I'll tell you because you're a scammer with his. The more you use your hands, you're trying to deflect from what your words are saying. Okay? I don't need this shit.
Well, it's just interesting just to see how childish it was. Like I kind of joined it just to kind of see because Brian, hey, Brian's on with some other like whatever the Kaido sphere. I don't know. I really don't know what the fuck what it is. I don't care. Titan. I don't give shit. I really don't care. But I'll use the other words because now at this point the video has words in it that we can use now. But like. I was getting anxious. I was getting upset. I wanted to punch a hole through my screen because it was just such an unwarranted, just very vulgar and just straight punches just for no reason. And I know that Hey John obviously didn't turn down the volume or anything of him, but freaking Onchain, it was just Daniel. You were talking so passionately and loud. Just you were clipping that microphone half the time. Not gonna lie.
Sorry, bro.
No, I don't care. I don't care. That's awesome because it's just showing that passion. But the fact is that freaking Onchain was that loud, like that, like how you're passionate, but he's just hateful. It's like a whole different type of feeling, and just having him talk over everyone, calling that Alex dude a piece of shit, and then dumb, doesn't know anything, and then the other guy dumb piece of shit. I'm like, how do you? He's bashing everyone, and then but the crux of it being 99.9% all Brian. And what is the oddest part is that, say if you and I held this right now, and I started talking a lot of crap about you, or you started about me, and the Greek here is able to be our moderator. He's the one hosting it. He's the one that can mute everyone, who can just remove you, who can kick you immediately. How the hell did he allow that for literally like 15 goddamn minutes?
It was
I'm like,
not 15 minutes. It was the entire thing,
It was-
Con.
Yeah,
The guy just kept on going off, and he kept on calling people names, telling people to shut the fuck up, blah, 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 blah. I mean, calling
Well,
people pussies, this, that, and the other, saying shut the fuck up to Brian Legend. This guy's a complete and utter fraud. We're listening to a fraud speak here. That's
What's
what these
up?
people are listening to, his crowd over there. This is a
Is he
fraud
here?
you guys are listening to.
All right.
Brian's here.
We have a special guest joining us on a real stream. Brian Legend.
I am-
man.
I am here. Thanks, gentlemen.
What's
Oh,
up,
man.
buddy? I'm so sorry for that. That's so
I mean,
unwarranted.
there's Con. I understand that you want to feel like that you should be sorry about it, but the fact is, this guy just completely once again exposed himself for what he is, which is a complete and utter fraud. Brian, the guy doesn't even know anything about what he's talking about, but yet he's out here trying to school people. I mean, this guy's a complete con artist.
He's just got no respect for himself or let alone anyone. And the thing is, he obviously always tries to like run the show, as you saw. Like it's not his stream, but yeah, he tries to hijack it.
As soon as he walked in, he's like, "Okay, no, let's start this now. Let's start this now, bro." Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Shut the fuck up with your and then hey John with his allowance of this. Like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah, he didn't really moderate that too well. But I think we can all agree that when the stream first started, like we're all getting along and actually having a proper conversation and maybe even talking about partnerships with Kodo and all that. And then and then Hey John goes, "Hey, I'm gonna bring in Onchain," and then the whole thing just went to shit. So
That's why I tuned in.
It went to hell in a handbasket, bro.
It was great at the start, and then they just 180. There was like the clickbait, and you could tell they knew what they were doing. And
why did they suggest bringing him on? And then hey John, hey Brian, grab your teddy bear. You're gonna need it. And I'm like, oh, please God, no. Is it really him?
look,
that was a dumb comment. Also,
yeah, I agree.
I just thought he was going to show a bit more respect, and even Hey John said, "Hey, let's all respect each other." So I thought, okay, well, let's try, but yeah, it's no trying.
Well, I mean, everybody else did. You did. That guy Austin did. I forget the other kid's name. But like, you know, everybody seemed to be willing to have some kind of a debate, whether everybody agreed with each other or not. That's fine.
You know what's frustrating?
But, you know, this guy came on and it just turned into a complete shit show. And John allowed every single bit of it.
Well, he obviously does it for clicks. I understand why, but it's not really the moral thing to do. But what frustrates me even more is when Onchain literally calls everyone else scammers. Like literally, these other people don't really defend themselves, right? Or the YouTubers or Austin, you see they just, you know, kind of curl up in a little bit of a corner, unfortunately. And I'm the only one that goes, "Hey, no, look, I'm not going to let you say that," right? And that's what causes the whole big debacle, because Onchain's not used to someone actually defending themselves. So yeah, it's just piss poor, mate. It's piss poor. But look, I do laugh at it a little bit because it is kind of entertaining, even though it's just poor form. So no, you know, we can't let him get away with that sort of stuff. And I understand, Dan. Look, you're passionate as. I almost wasn't going to actually join this stream because I started watching it and you were like going hell for leather. I'm like, shit, should I really join this or should I just let him go for it? But look, I truly just respect all of you guys and thanks very much for being so passionate and having so much conviction for the project. I do what I can. So,
well, I believe you and I believe in you. And the reason why I'm so passionate about it is because I just can't stand that there are people out there still to this day with all the proof that is out there that continues to be out there and that will be out there. I mean, this is just we're talking about a stone cold facts here. We're talking about something that can actually be written in stone. This project has worked and it's moving on to something that's going to be even bigger and better. And everybody and anybody that has been involved in it, that is still involved in it, and that will be involved in it is going to be a millionaire or at least 100,000-aire. All you need to do is just get into it now or have been in it since the beginning. And this guy just continues to go out there and take people's beliefs and wrangle them up to the point where they get out or don't want to be in this. And it is taking people's money away from them. This guy right here, the fool that he is, the fraud that he is, he's the one who's actually the scammer. He's the one who's actually taking people's money.
Dude,
yeah, I mean, so I was just going to say part of that means, you know, part of that is that I don't think he has the whole facts, or he's going on about, hey, these rebasing protocols, you know, basically inflate. Yeah, granted, that's correct, and especially with Titano most of them. But what he doesn't understand is the deflationary mechanism that we have, which is the infamous fire pit, and why
Yeah.
we've been so successful. So whether or not he doesn't want to acknowledge it or doesn't understand it, it's one of the two. But he's obviously going to try to push his angle, and that's, you know, he's never going to change. So that's it. It doesn't matter what facts you present to him. He's a YouTuber, and he wants to get clicks himself by pushing his own negativity into whatever protocol, whatever project, whatever comes out tomorrow. He's going to be against it. That's just who he's about, and you kind of got to accept it. But at the same time, you need to debate it. But there's kind of no debating with him. I've now learnt that a second time, and there definitely will never be a third chance that I'm going to give him for that. If he was a little bit respectful, no problem. But he goes about it the wrong way. So yeah, there won't be a third attempt. that was it, guys.
Yeah, he never lets anybody speak. It's just constantly cutting you off, trying to fit his narrative, and he admitted he doesn't know anything about the blockchain or anything, and he's talking. It's like, dude, my sources, great, good sources you have.
I can't wait for just Safuu X to come out and just blow all of his theories, there's no rock underneath, there's no foundation at all to his theories or what he suspects is going to happen. It's going to be absolutely awesome when it gets released and it does so well, and then he just sits there in the corner like, you know what, like kicking his feet over the edge of like a cliff or something, just like, probably should have actually participated in that instead of fudding the hell out of it.
He's
not going to. He's stupid.
No.
He's not a smart person.
He'll think that, but he won't be admitting that. He'll still be pushing some. Even 3 years from now, I'm sure if he's still around, I'm sure he'll still be saying some bullshit anyway. So
yeah, I love the fact that he got on there like he has 4 million subs too. Like that was the best part about it. Like he was on there as if he's got this massive audience that he speaks to. He's got 4,000 subs. That's it. Like he's got the same amount that I do. I've got a little bit less than he does. That's it.
Yeah, but
by the way, it's been 4,000 for the past 2.5 months too, Joker.
Well,
you have not gained anybody. Nobody has joined your channel in the past 2.5 months. I find that to be a problem, don't you? Does anybody else find that to be a problem when you have a YouTube channel that you're putting out content all the time and nobody wants to watch?
Well, if you look
it's a joke.
Yeah, if you look at where he started from and now his latest videos are all getting less views. Each one he's releasing is less and less and less and less. So that's obviously telling you something, right? That nobody's interested in what the fuck he's talking about.
You need to be more civil. You need to be civil, have actual debates, and actually present facts as opposed to just, because we all know he is that bully that we all had in high school or middle school that we all
he's not a bully, he's a pussy, he's a chump. Fuck him.
He's all words. He's all words. He's all bark, no bite. So that's exactly what it is. And it's just absolutely insane. Just anyone wants to watch that kind of content. Maybe if it was like a movie and that it wasn't real, but someone to actually come on here and say all this bullcrap about all these Rebase tokens in general, especially Safuu, and call it bullshit. Like as Brian said, everyone's in profit. Even before like me starting to purchase more within the past month and a half, I was pretty much like up like 5 or 10%, and I was happy with that. And I bought at freaking $250.
Same here.
It works.
Yeah, he doesn't want to admit to that. So
same here.
Well, Austin asked him a question. He couldn't answer the question. He just went on and on. Like I said at the beginning of this video, he deflected, and then Austin continued. The very beginning of him undressing Onchain was asking that question, which I thought was absolutely brilliant. And he completely undressed him with that question because he couldn't answer it, and then continued to undress him by saying, "This is what he does. He doesn't know the answer. He's just going to continue to keep talking. He's just going to continue to deflect. He has no idea what he's talking about. He's just going to keep, this is what he does." And then he goes on and on. Then Onchain goes on and on about Austin calling him names. Fuck you, pussy. This, that, and the other. That was his comeback. Like, bro, he just undressed you, bro. You looked like a fool in front of everybody that was watching and everybody else that will watch whatever amount that watches Hey John's video after that, because I'm done with Hey John too, by the way. Like, I'm just sick and tired of that fool. I'm just sick and tired of him. I know John, Brian, you think that he's an okay guy, this, that, and the other. That was uncalled for and a complete joke, and the way he handled it was just 100% completely and utterly disrespectful.
I think I've got too much, well, not too much respect, but I respect everyone, right? And I try to think that I want to treat everyone like I would expect to be treated in return. So I give them benefit of the doubt. even if they don't actually deserve it. So I'll always try to give everyone like a second, third, fourth, fifth, multiple chances. And like when we first started the stream, I told Hey John, I just asked him what was going on with Telegram and what happened. I had no animosity against him.
Yeah.
But the on-chain bloke, yeah, he's he's another level.
I would have loved to see Daniel on the stream with him.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying, "Hey, get on there," and I was like, "I'm not going to go on there because it's a complete waste of time." Brian, while you were on there on the live chat, I was like, "Brian, don't do this." And then the second thing that I said was, "Brian, just leave, get off of this. It is not going to end well." And it's not because he's going to make you look bad. It's just, what is the point of trying to talk to this guy? He's a fraud. This guy's a fraud. I mean, he's a fraud. Like, what are we talking to this guy for?
Yeah, he wasn't meant to be on there anyway in the first place.
So no, he wasn't. But then he is, and you go, "Okay, that's it. I'm out." That's what you should have done.
There, so I thought, all right, well, let's again give someone the benefit of the doubt and try to be respectful. But then it got to a point where it wasn't going to go anywhere, so I left. But yeah, it's no good either. Just leaving automatically. It kind of shows that I don't have the balls to actually try to take these guys on anyway. So, but I got to defend myself and the protocol. So. And you guys as investors, so it'd be silly of me to leave without actually trying to attempt to solve something.
And for those of you who don't know,
go ahead.
Yeah,
no, I was just going to say really quickly. I get that, Brian. I'm not talking about like as soon as he got on. I get why you would want to stay. You want to show you've got balls. You're going to face up to this guy because who gives a shit what he has to say? Like I said, he's a complete and utter fraud. Make him look like the idiot that he is. But then after he goes on and he starts saying, "Hey, fuck you, pussy," this, that, and the other. At that point, you got to be like, "Listen, I'm sorry. Hey, John, great having me on. I'm out. I'm not going to deal with this nonsense."
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to defend Austin and your bonks as well. I said, "Hey, come on."
Yeah.
They weren't kind of defending themselves, so I was just trying to help out. But no, you're right. Look, maybe at that point when he started it, I could have just left with that instead of spending 10 minutes more there. But
I think you left at a good time. It's not like you like were on there for like forever. Like you did what you needed to do, and you didn't look bad at all. In fact, he's the one again who looks like terrible, like he always does. But I'm just saying, like the second that he did it, I'm talking the second, I would have been like, "This is gonna go on all day, John. I'm out."
Yeah, and I know there's a lot of people in here who don't know what happened. So Hey John had a stream. Brian Legend was on it, and it was an ambush basically, and they brought on Onchain Clown. We're just gonna call him Onchain Clown. I don't even want to deal with it. So for CA Green, I missed the Hey John stream. Why did Brian agree to go on? He didn't agree to go on with the assumption that Onchain Clown was going to be on there.
Right.
Onchain Clown got ambushed on him, and actually he tried for a long time to sit back and actually be respectful and go along with it. But Onchain's just can't do that. If I was on the stream, I would have lost my crap on him. And I'm a nice guy, and I don't like doing that. I don't like being that angry guy at anybody, but I would have been in a shouting match. It would have been bad.
Yeah, it was meant to be like a Safuu versus Kyoto, right? And that's where the discussion started being. And I was cool with that because, why not? Talk about possibilities of them building on our chain or wherever that discussion goes. But then Onchain came on and which changed the whole dynamic. So that's the reason why I accepted the invitation to begin with for those that are listening in and wondering why I was on there. That's the reason.
It's supposed to be civil in the beginning, and then
and it because of Onchain, it went exactly the way his conversations usually go, which is too crap. And it's because he does not know what he's doing. He's not talented at all. He's just a troublemaker that is like people watching an accident happen. Just because an accident is happening in front of you and you can't keep your eyes off of it doesn't mean that it's a good thing happening. You know what I mean? Like people, I don't get it, but it is what it is. I'm glad that you left when you did and how you did. And I'm glad that you did not fall prey to any of the mockery that he was doing on there. It was just nonsense. He wanted to go back and forth with you, calling you names and all this nonsense, the crap that he does that doesn't do anything for anybody except take away money from the people that follow him, because that's exactly what's going on. He, in fact, is the con artist. He, in fact, is the scammer because he's the one taking money out of the pockets of people that follow him. I will insist that because it's the truth.
I'm too strong-minded and too thick-skinned to let him, have that edge over me anyway. So I'm always going to try to defend myself and just kind of laugh at it more than anything, instead of taking offense to it. But I don't want him to attack other people on the stream either. I'm trying to defend
Right.
them while I'm at it. So yeah, you don't need to worry about me there. I'm not going to be backing down, and I don't think that much of it, honestly. But I understand as an investor, you can be really, really, pissed off with the way he's went about things. And there's definitely a part of me which feels that way also. But I just kind of just go, you know what, that was in the past. I just need to move on, and I'm still doing what I'm doing. So it's just time. The answer is time. It's going to prove them all wrong, and we all know that. So
Absolutely, yeah.
yes, who cares?
I will say the comments though, pro Safuu, everybody
my
in there
gosh.
supporting you was ridiculous. It was
Every single
awesome.
comment,
Great
yeah.
to see the Safuu army was out there and they were calling Onchain all kinds of names. It was great. I was
fantastic.
finding comedy in
I
there.
wasn't watching the comments, obviously, but that's great to hear. So I'll have to watch back the stream later and see who was out there in force. That sounds good.
I was having fun in the Discord the whole entire time, because as soon as I saw that video go up and I saw Onchain, I was like, everyone, we're gonna endure this together. And just I felt compelled just to watch, because I'm like, he got sprung this upon. I was like, all right, I'm gonna stay as long as he's here, so I could think about it and reflect on it later, exactly what happened. And that's what I was kind of trying to encourage in the Discord. It's like, just don't shy away from it. We can actually see what happened and what's going on, and then address it afterwards. Just having, I guess, to me, just having perspective on what's going on. And it was cool just to see you defend the other two guys there, because they couldn't speak up. One of them said he just got monetized, so he's pretty small. And I'm like,
Yeah.
this Brian, just being the bigger guy, like how you've always said, and just taking the higher road. And I did admire that, and especially when at the end you're like, okay, I'm just gonna leave, and then he just started going absolutely. He was going blitzkrieg on you at the end there, just everything.
He wants the last word. He wants the last word. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so done with this guy. Hopefully like nothing like this we have to talk about again. I'm surprised that I have to talk about it again tonight, but I understand why he went on there. That Coyote or Kyoto, whatever that project is called. I've heard about that project. They seem to be a good, honest group over there. But I understand how you feel, Brian. You don't know yet. That's why when they asked about, coming over to the chain, you were like, listen, I don't know yet, but we can talk about it. Those people, as long as they could prove themselves to be legit people, then yeah, I would love them to come over here too. But that was what it was. That's what it was supposed to be about. It would have been interesting to hear some more talk about that. And I'm sure those guys will be reaching out to you because from what I've heard, Brian, they are supposedly, they've doxed themselves. They have like, live AMAs in person. You could see their face type things. And they are concerned about the environment. So it would be interesting for them to get in touch with you. Now, they do need to get in touch with you because they have to understand you are not going to be reaching out to them. But if they get in touch, then maybe it's something that you can look at in the future because, they seem to be doing something pretty good over there, especially for the world, for what it's worth.
That's why we've got the Skyway program, the Skyway onboarding. All they need to do is literally fill out a 2-minute application there with a bit of detail, and then we'll know they've got interest, and we can pursue the initial discussions and kind of go from there. So it's open to them. Hey, Kyoto, if you're listening, you want to try to partner with us or do anything, then fill out the Skyway application. I'm more than happy to entertain that idea.
Yeah, because Brian, I mean, like you said, this is if anybody, I'm turning this discussion over to what we should be talking about, Brian. What that means though, if they were to come over, if they were to be accepted in, explain to them what's going to happen, and others that are looking to get into the project, they're going to be getting to come on and actually begin this blockchain with Safuu X. And they're going to be able to, they're going to get the advantage, right? The advantages of doing that, which are what, Brian? Explain to people what it would be like if they were to be accepted on Skyway.
Yeah, so we've obviously got the Skyway, which we're looking for like a hard nest of group of probably 10 to 12 legitimate, docs, KYC'd, proper actual companies or businesses that are building or in the process of building. And Skyway is just meant to be a leapfrog onto the Safuu X blockchain when it does come out. But not only that, like it's an actual partnership in place where we would be literally either bootstrapping their project or putting funds towards making them successful, and in return that makes us successful anyway, right? And we'd also be trying to market, through that, and if not, doing kind of AMAs on my channel and giving them all the tools that we and resources that we can to help our chain while helping them. So it's definitely in anyone's interest to want to partner with us. I mean, we are definitely going to be the next big thing in terms of DeFi. So, and at the same time, they'll also be getting obviously rebases, on their pairing. Anyway, so they're making a bunch of money. Plus, they're getting free marketing and an actual legitimate partnership. Like, there's so many positives to go with it. But even if that wasn't the case and they weren't accepted into Skyway for whatever reason, or they didn't want, then hey, they can launch on our chain anyway, just by themselves, by adding their own liquidity, obviously not through our own. So, yeah, so many advantages. And we've got, just so you guys know, we've had a lot of interest, and we're definitely in current discussions with quite a few projects. And obviously I can't.
Can you give us a number, like 15, 20, 30, something like that?
No, there's definitely more than that. No, there's more than that.
More than that? Wow.
Okay.
No, there's more than that. But actually, like proper kind of ones that we are now going towards the next step with, and potentially doing something with. I'd say there's a good 5. But let's see how those discussions go. Like, I can't obviously allude to too much more than that, but if there's an actual partnership arranged, then yeah, we'll obviously announce it, and do a big kind of PR event with it. But I think we're still, we got to at least enter testnet first for anything like that to eventuate, and at least even have our white paper before that, right? So there's quite a few steps before we can get to that stage of announcing partnerships. But for those people that think, hey, these guys, Safuu's just Brian's fighting all these projects, no one's going to build on them, that's a complete horse shit. There's so many people want to build on us, and there'll be many more. So yeah.
Yeah, it's so exciting to see what projects are going to come on and where this is all going to go. It's just, as you can see, the passion the Greek brings daily. I'm very passionate about Safuu, and I know, and we have a great leader in Brian Legend here, and it was great to see the community back you up today. I don't know how much time you have, if you want to take some community questions or if you have to run.
I did want to ask a couple questions, Greek, if I could. These are kind of easy ones, but I just wanted to get them out of the way just because I've gotten asked them a few times. The number one thing Greek and I have spoken about, we don't know whether or not you're going to are you going to do anything about this, what might be a problem when it comes to the amount of Safuu X, or is it just, that's it, 300 million? Because it looks like if the price does go up, which we hope is going to be the case, or is it just going to stay 300 million and that's it?
Yeah, so it's a really good question, and one I actually wanted to answer on your last live stream that you guys done, but I couldn't send a super chat, as you know, my weekly limit or whatever is, I don't know. I think I've spent like $2,000 or maybe more than that anyway in the last week just giving it to YouTubers, and my weekly limit's up, so I don't know what that's about. I can't lift it up. The weekly limit is apparently there. I don't know, maybe it's a legal thing, but whatever the case, I couldn't answer it, but I'll answer it now. So in terms of the actual tokenomics, which we have, so as far as the price wise, that $6 won't change. I don't see any reason to change that, but the actual initial amount of tokens available, we may need to look at it to revise it near, getting closer to that point of release. Obviously, when I initially came up with tokenomics and said, okay, here's the amount that we're going to run, I forecasted to see how much rebasing would be in effect from Safuu and all the holders, to make sure we were, at that amount. But considering the current price and where we're kind of going up, that might take a bigger chunk out of it than I thought. So it all comes down to where the price is going to be. So my answer to you would be probably within the last 2 weeks of leading up to sacrifice. Then I would know better as to, do we need to increase the amount of tokens available from the get-go, or are we okay with just what we have now? So right now it's not going to be changed, but leading up to it in 2 weeks' time, if the price of Safuu is, let's say, I don't know, I'm just hypothetically putting a number out the air, let's say it's $100, then obviously we're not going to have enough tokens to allow for that sacrifice, and you're going to have maybe half of holders at least miss out, which we don't want to happen. So at that stage, yeah, we'd need to lift up the amount of tokens or play around with the actual cost somehow. But right now, I think it's fine. But maybe ask that question again this time next month, and I'll have a bit more of a clearer idea as to what we'll need to do. But the light paper is only out, so wait for the white. The light paper is only out, so wait for the white paper first, and then after that, we'll have a much clearer picture.
Also, the other question, because I said that there was two, but you just added a third one there. So I'll ask that real quick. Do you have any idea when the white paper is going to come out? But the other question is, a lot of people keep on asking about, can there be a whitelist for the light nodes? I've already told them no. You said there's not a whitelist. It's going to be first come, first serve. But if you want to just make that clear to people that there's not going to be a whitelist, you can now.
Yeah, there's no point of doing anything for a whitelist with light nodes. I mean, light nodes are light, meaning, look, it's only close to $500 for one. It's such a cheap, affordable price to get in. So I don't believe there needs to be a whitelist. I mean, the actual full nodes, that's different, because we need to make sure the actual proper guys are part of the project that have been with us, nearly since day one, the hardcore advocates and the ones that are looking at it for more of a long-term play. Light nodes, I don't really see them in that same category. So I don't think there's a need for whitelist. So to answer your question, no, that's just first come, first serve. If you aren't there in the first, I think, 10 seconds, I think you're going to miss out, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like that too.
Fly very, very quickly than anybody would think. And the second part of the question, which was the white paper, there is an ETA on the 31st for that to come out of July. Understand it's an ETA, so I mean, hopefully, let's see, maybe I can deliver it earlier, but if not, it might be a few days after that. Like, it's going to be around that time. Don't expect it in September or anything. It's going to be either the first week of August, or if not, that later part of July coming up. So,
an ETA, for everybody who doesn't know what that means, that does mean estimated time of arrival. So just so everybody's clear.
Yeah,
mind blown.
Yeah, I deal with truckers all the time, man. So ETAs are always a funny thing.
Yeah, but people in France, people in Italy, people in South Africa, like maybe people don't know. That's the only reason why. We got to remember, fellas, we are around the world here at Safuu X, around the world.
I mean, Brian's the example that he's at that time difference right now.
Yeah. I mean, it's like almost 9 a.m. there.
He's on a different day than us. He's
9
a.m.
I work. I don't have a schedule, just so you guys know. Like, I just work until I'm absolutely exhausted and go, okay, my body needs like a few hours sleep, right? So, I mean, I was feeling that way about 4 hours ago when I was even in Discord, said, hey, good night, everyone. I didn't go to bed, obviously. But you get to the point of when you really get... Have you ever been at a point, and I'm sure you guys have experience, where you're really tired and your body just wants to crash, but you kind of overcome that, and a few hours later, you're just like, oh, well, now I'm not even tired anymore. Like, you just entered a new part of the day again, and you just go for another 24 hours. That's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, bugger it. I don't need to go to sleep. So,
yeah, and after that drama, too, you're like,
I'm vibed up. Exactly.
That's exactly what I felt. I'm like, I got to get a live stream, set this up as fast as I could.
Yeah, the Greek and I are like, we gotta go live right now.
Now, thanks, guys, for all you do. You're awesome.
And we're here for you, my brother.
Yeah, as I say, none of it's possible without you, my friend. So. Oh man, they got quiet.
It got so quiet. Yes. Do you have a question?
Yeah. No, I was gonna say, did you find anything in there for Brian, because he is tired. He just said that he's almost wide awake again now. I mean, I don't know if that's a signal to us that he wants to stay on for another couple of hours. If he wants to, again.
We can keep this going if people want to bring their questions, but as long as Brian's okay answering.
I'm gonna be back in like literally 30 seconds. All right. So.
All right.
Keep it going.
Timing it. Some light. Jamie Garcia Prieto, thank you so much. 1999 time and results will show not only the clown, but the world how Safuu X, Brian, and the community is going to take DeFi to another league. I truly believe this. It's just a matter of time. And
absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate that. That's very good. I love that you're here again, my man.
Seahawks YouTube donations cap at 500 a day.
Well, at least I think that's a man. And Jamie could be a woman too. I keep on saying guy. I could be wrong.
or is it Jaime?
Wait, what was the comment? Oh wait,
Jamie Prieto Garcia is that a woman or is that a man? I've always assumed it was a man, but I don't know. We'll see. So I said he or she will make it clear, like a lot of people usually do.
I'm going to give you one guess. Where did I go for the last 30 seconds in return?
Energy
To
drink.
the bar, and you got some
Herman got it.
Louis the 13th.
Wait, I got
Herman
it.
got it.
Yes, I
Herman got
did.
it. When I got myself a monster, he's got it.
I drink one of those, I'll be jacked for days. It will be crazy.
I live on the
I
stuff.
had to stop.
Hmm.
I used to do those all the time, but then I started having like heart problems, so I had to stop doing those. Unfortunately, I love them though.
Heart problems.
Lady
Wow.
Boss Nat is in there. I saw her with a comment or something. I'm a
Slum,
man. Yeah, there you go.
Slum Safuu
You can call me
Explainer.
James. That's Jamie is a man. You can call him James.
Okay. Hey, Brian, if all
Okay.
300 coins get gobbled up on day one, would you consider moving testnet up? I know this is a question we've been asked, and me and Daniel have been wondering this, or we just want to hear it live.
I think I answered it in your last
You
stream.
did.
But the answer is yes, that I'd be, we'd be considering it. But it's not just a considering it. I'd definitely want to do it. If that happened, it just comes down to our developers whether or not we can, deliver the main test net out to be functioning. Just the initial fabric. So the answer is yes, but we just need to see kind of what happens with development. It's kind of too early to answer that question right now.
And assuming you do move it up, would rebasing start?
That would be the other question. That would be the other question as well. So, now if the initial fabric's out there and we've got the rebasing thing happening, then the answer is yes. I'd definitely try to start that rebasing earlier to reward those people that did get in and had the trust into getting in the first place. And why not reward them more? So I'm all for that. You guys know anything I can do to give you guys more, I will. So yeah. Why not? Definitely.
And
Fantastic.
Pasquale Sorbati says, tell him, Greek, why wait? Why wait? Why wait?
Brian, he's trying to get me to shave my head without it going to 50, bro. I even eliminated the time. Like, there's no time. If it just hits 50, period, I'll shave my head Bruce Willis style. And he keeps on saying, why wait, bro? He's like, he's trying to bully me.
I reckon I could nearly get to 50, very close, if we use that 1 million in the SIF as one quick buy. We'd spike
to
up
get
there.
me to do it?
Nearly up there.
Don't get me too excited.
Well, hey, I think if you can set a timer for sometime in October for when you're going to shave your head. I've been forecasting it along with Brian, so your time's a ticking, my friend. That nice luscious hair is going to be gone.
Dan, if you do it, I'll do it, my friend. You do it, and I'll follow you.
All right. Well, I'm going to have my wife do it live on the air. We could do a split screen. You and me together. Jason is going to be shaver.
I'll be live on my phone at the barber shop. All right. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're all going to be bald in Dubai.
It would have been fun though if you did let Jason do it. That would have been funny.
Oh man. So Jamie Garcia Prieto, I'm a man. You can call me James. Well, now I know James it is. So thank you for supporting us. We have another super chat. John Carter, my friends and family have believed in Safuu since day one. We ain't going anywhere. My thanks to you all. That's great to have your support as always.
Brian, that guy Jamie Prieto, his son, Nacho. Nacho's saying happy birthday to his son on Saturday live on YouTube. It was a little bit messed up because I had this mixed minus going that I had no idea about. But nevertheless, he still did it because Nacho's crazy. Can you believe these videos that he's doing? He's unbelievable, right?
He's definitely got a knack for it. He's great. Yeah, I enjoy watching him definitely. So
did you see his newest one?
Subscribe to his channel. So.
Yeah.
Did you see the latest one, the one that came out today?
I did, and that was quite cool. All you guys were in there as well with your little snaps. Look, every single video, like literally everyone, and I kid you not, that has got Safuu in the title, I will watch religiously. So yeah, don't ever think that I'm not watching, because you guys already know, like on any live stream, I'm there, right? I'm always there. It's just crazy. Like
It
I
was
literally
funny
do not sleep.
yesterday.
It is very rare that I sleep. Very rare.
I was like, if Brian's watching and can answer this question, then all of a sudden, like
Yeah.
20 minutes later, you're in the
Yeah.
comments. I'm like, so he waited 20 minutes to just drop his comment. I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Oh, look, there. Shevsky says, bring on Daniel Savalas, because I mentioned Telly Savalas in my live stream earlier today, because I was like, I think that Bruce Willis pulls it off. Who else is there? And I couldn't think of it. I was like, oh, yeah, Telly Savalas. He's cool. I love that guy. Telly
Who's
Savalas was a cool bald guy.
Don't know who that is.
Telly Savalas. He was an actor, and then when he got older, he was completely bald, and he did a bunch of commercials for all of the hotels in the Atlantic City betting strip. He was a big commercial star for that. But he was like, I think he had like a cop show in the 70s or something also. So he was if you look him up, you'd probably recognize him.
It's pre my time. Victor Logan Jr. Good evening, gentlemen. Can you go into a little more detail about light nodes? As in, do they offer the same or similar type of benefits as full nodes, but on a smaller scale?
Yes, that's exactly what they do.
Yeah, I was just going to say yes, pretty
I had
much.
a few people in my comments confused if they rebase just like the regular nodes. And I said they do, and he was like, "Perfect, I'm buying some." And I'm like,
Yeah.
So am I.
Yeah, they're just on a smaller scale. They do a slightly different function than full nodes, but they still operate pretty much in a very similar fashion. So 99% is yes. So no worries there.
Yeah.
Big Jeff goes, mainnet launching on January 20th will be the best anniversary gift. Both my wife and I both have good amounts of Safuu. It's going to be a great day.
It is. Let's see if we can push that forward a little bit. But right now it's January the 20th. So we'll see how we play with that date. But it's no fiber in my body that believes it's going to be on the 21st or anything like that. If anything, it's going to be a little bit sooner. We'll work our magic.
Here's Brian. I'm not sure if you followed the Grove project, but they seem to be doing extremely well after getting a royal family's backing. Have you considered a partnership with them? I know they are in Dubai now. Their headquarters.
Answer is no. I've never considered a partnership with them. I mean, they are only a token. I don't think. Look, personally, I don't really believe in the project, to be honest with you. Whether it's a royal partnership or not, I just think right now it's highly hyped, and they've had a blow off top right now. I think now wouldn't be the time to kind of look. For me as an investor, I wouldn't definitely be putting money in right now. I'd be waiting until, hey, this thing rides out a little while. Now Herman's nodding his head going, yeah, I'm looking at the charts as well, bro.
Oh God, I had so many people message me in the Safuu community about it. I'm like, oh God, please. I'm like every way I can look at it, it's way too much. It's too high.
That's what I get asked every day. Greek, make a video on Grove. I'm like, I'm not making a video unless my money's in it, and right now is not a time to enter into that project.
So
it's not against the project.
What that question reminds me of is, which was just literally asked about Grove. Hey, have you considered partnership with them? It reminds me of a question that I also got about baked beans back in the day. Hey, have you considered about partnering with baked beans or doing your own kind of baked beans thing on Safuu? And I went, no, it's a Ponzi. It's going to die. And what happened? It's pretty much dead. So how do I feel about Grove? The same way. So we'll see how that goes. But right now, no, I wouldn't be comfortable in entering any partnership with them.
Some of us still have money locked in projects like those. Slowly, I'm getting them out and getting them over to Safuu.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
my $2 a day.
I think people get the word partnership confused, though. I think they're just using that word in the wrong way. Like, if you guys are asking whether or not these projects would want to come over to the blockchain, the answer is yes, they can. If they want, they could just do it. They don't need to partner up with Safuu X. They could just simply move their project over to the chain. That's it. So I mean, if that's sort of what they're asking, which is what I think it is, because why on earth would you ever partner with them? Like there's no reason for it. You know what I mean?
Okay. So maybe you're right. Maybe they're just using the wrong word there. If they're talking about a collaboration, it's different than a partnership. But if it's just, hey, they want to use our chain for the functionality and rebasing to get more rewards, then anybody can do that. There doesn't need to be an official, hey, they need to display their logo on our website or anything like that. So, yeah.
Chalk Talk goes, so I'm going to be in Dubai with a bunch of bald blokes. That is the plan.
Yeah.
But
Oh, that's
as you
going to be
know,
so much fun, isn't it?
as you know, the Greek's impatient, so why wait? I might be bold prior.
Well,
I'll-
I mean, Brian already said it. If I end up having to do it, Brian's doing it too. So it's going to be compliment. You could just do it just to show your support, bro. It's okay. You could do it.
I don't know if I'd look bad. I probably would just look like my dad, and I don't know if I'd like that.
At least Brian wears a hat, and you know he can cover
Hey,
it up.
I mean, I still got hair, but it's pretty
Yeah.
thin right now. Look, it got the receding hairline going on. It's not that great.
Yeah, I'm not far behind you, buddy.
Yeah, mine's really thinning right here. It's starting to, yeah.
I think the hats honestly contribute to it too. But like between you
true.
and me, Brian, you know, you couldn't even tell if we had hair underneath these right now. So
To be honest with you, I'm going to get a hair transplant. I've already paid for it and booked it in and everything like that. But I'm now
Nice.
going to, yeah. So, but it's not just, hey, you know, look, I won't talk about it in full length, but it's very, very costly. Like you basically got to pay per hair fiber, like per root.
Oh, wow.
A lot of money.
Yeah, I've heard of
and
that.
it's a really big procedure to do, but it's you know, it's not painful or anything like that. But you need to get your head shaved, and then literally it takes a couple of months before your hair kind of grows back, and then apparently it falls out again. So you kind of need to wait like 6 months until your hair is kind of back to the way it should be, you know, its natural kind of state and growing.
Mhm.
So if I got that procedure done now, which I was going to do in August, then when I would be in Dubai, I would pretty much be bald. So I thought, you know what? No,
There you
I'm
go.
not going to do it. I'm now going to do it after Dubai. So don't expect me to be bald in Dubai. But after that, yeah, I probably will get the procedure done and then wait 6 months and kind of feel like I'm 21 again. Hopefully, that's the plan.
Nice.
I know all over Chicago they have billboards, like you're driving on the expressway and they have like 12 billboards in a row just for hair transplant. I'm like, man, how do they afford all this stuff? They have to be making bank.
It's a very costly.
Yeah.
It depends on how many hairs you have and all that, you know. And I'm going for like 5,000, so it's you times that by whatever it costs per hair, and you can kind of do some maths. That's why not many people get it done.
All right.
Yeah,
we got-
somebody in Discord was, you know, because of talking about the shaving my head and everything, and one of the guys was like, "Yeah, man, I went bald and I love it. You know, I think I look good." And I responded to him. I was like, "Bro, I am so glad that you managed to convince yourself that you actually believe that."
Some people do look good, like they can really rep it, and it's a fashionable style that you can do. But I don't believe I would look good in it, so I don't really want to attempt it. But I mean, I've tried those bold filters, you know, on a camera, and I definitely do not pull that off at all. So,
Yeah, I know. It's not going to be good for me either, but.
So we got a super chat here from the Eds, $10. Thank you so much. Brian, my understanding is the nodes will be available from August 7th to the end of August. Please make it the end of August. It's going to be close for me.
unfortunately, we have pushed it as much as we can. So as soon as we have everything we need to launch it, it's going to be launched. So, I mean, if I had it my way, I'd be launching it literally on the 1st, which is in 5 days. But I think that's going to cut it too short. I think it's going to be around that 7th to mid-August. But as far as asking it to be like the end of August or into September, no, that just, it won't be done. So unfortunately, yeah. My answer is no on that one. If you can't get in, you can't get in, right? What else?
But the
what else can I
ads,
say?
though, you can get the light nodes, though, right, Brian? I mean, that's going to be really good.
Oh, if he's asking about the full node, yeah. Well, if you
The
can't
full
get
nodes,
node,
the
then-
full nodes is what he's talking about. But I'm saying he can get light nodes.
Okay, sorry. Okay, if there's light nodes, then yeah, you should be able to definitely get. Well, if you're looking at 49 grand for one full node, then literally it's only 10% of that. For 1% of that, should I say rather?
Yeah, 1%.
Into getting a light node, so you should be able to at least get 5 of them, or more, depending on how they sell.
Yeah. Because
What
those things might be paying out. Me and Greek were talking about it. They might be like, somewhere between 10 and $50 a day. But by the time this thing gets going, I mean, like that's a lot. I mean, that's just our guess. We're not saying that, but if they're light nodes and they're producing money, $10 a day, 20, 30, 40, $50, that's really good. And if you have 5 of them, my goodness, that's even better.
Definitely possible. Definitely. I mean, if you look at it in terms of cost, like if it's 1% of the cost of what a full node is, then you got to expect 1% of the return per day in gas fees that you're earning. So yeah, I think you'd be around about the right mark, or somewhere around that, 40 or $50 a day, hopefully within 6 months to a year from now or something. I think we could definitely get there. But right off the cusp, no, it's obviously not going to be producing thousands of dollars or anything like that. It's going to take some time to build up. So
Yeah, but you really changed the game when you announced that they rebase.
well, then you don't even need. Well, that's right.
Yeah.
So all these gas rewards is really just a freebie on top of the rebasing, and then the nodes turn out to be free anyway because of that rebasing. So the whole thing is just a no-brainer. It's like, well, why not just get as many nodes as possible? And that's why we don't need to whitelist. We're just like, hey, if you're in, get it, get lucky, and and that's it for the light nodes. So you don't want to be.
I always tell people, like, everybody has the same chance. So just be there first, and you can't complain. Even with sacrificing, everybody wants to have a moment where we can have a special to get in. And I'm like, set a time, be there. It's your investment. You got to take advantage of it and get in.
Yeah, Brian, if you can, just really quickly, because Greek loves to talk about this, and I get this question too. Just to make it clear to everybody, somebody has 5 Safuu, right? And another person has 100,000 Safuu. What's the advantage that one or the other has when it comes to the light nodes? I'm talking about actually getting them. Like, I'm talking about just getting them, not how many.
Light nodes, it doesn't matter it doesn't matter at all. Light nodes, it's just first come, first serve. That's it. We could care less. You just need to connect your wallet, press the button on getting them as soon as possible, be in the first. That's it, and you get them. Full nodes are different. Yeah, full nodes, there's criteria of being in that 90 days, and depending on how much you have in your wallet gives you extra chances of being whitelisted. And then on top of that, you have the gold list, which we've got the OGs like yourself, Dan, who's part of that, and a couple of other people. But the light nodes, no, there's no criteria there. You just got to be quick.
Nothing. First come, first serve. Doesn't matter how many you have. If you have 100,000, like I said, or if you have only $500 worth of Safuu, if you can get in and get that light node, you got it. That's it.
Yep.
Lucky Den says, Brian, we got your back as a Safuu community. This is the best project so far I got into. I follow Discord and YouTube streams. Who is BRYAN that you guys keep bringing up? He's an international man of mystery. I know he is not Brian Legend because I've spoken to him. So for anybody wondering, it's not an alias. It's actual human being, not Brian Legend.
It's definitely not me. No.
Brian, he's going to come on the channel wearing a mask too one of these days. We've convinced him to do that, but he said that he needed some time because he had some things to do. But when he comes on, he's going to remain an international man of mystery because he's going to be wearing a mask, which is going to be a lot of fun.
Cool. So we'll be able to hear his voice and see what he sounds like, to see if he's got my voice or not.
No, he's not going to have your voice because he's not you.
Yeah, we've all spoken to him. So he is not Brian Legend. I can assure you that.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Ian Bednar says, I've officially updated my Tinder profile to say you must hold Safuu and know who Brian Legend is. So
very good.
It's exactly one of the Greeks' requests on Tinder right now is you have to hold Safuu. The bigger the bag, the better the chance I swipe right.
That's it. So being a bit of a gold digger yourself, it's like, hey, you got Safuu, you're in.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so funny from the other night. Miss Lovey says Greek would rock a bald head really good. I don't know. I know with some hair it looks okay, but I don't know bald.
If you didn't have like facial hair, I don't know what that would look like. But with the facial hair, you pull it off, it looks absolutely fine. But without that, and it's just like purely bare, who knows?
I don't know.
That's a bit too much, yeah.
That's true.
Smooth skin.
I think you'd look good, Greek, with a completely bald head. I think you'd pull it off.
Who's the youngest out of us four? I'm 39.
Well, I'm 49, so I'm probably the oldest.
35.
Okay, wow. All right, 25.
Yeah. 25.
Yep, I was like, yep, I don't even want to say I'm the baby.
Ladies, I'm running out of time. Come on. Okay. Oh, I'm
It's
sorry.
okay, buddy.
Victor Logan Jr., according to the block, Dubai's metaverse strategy plans to add $4 billion to economy by 2027, and Safuu is going to Dubai. This is a really big deal.
Yes.
4 billion is a lot of money to capture, definitely.
I mean, I keep telling these people how big of a deal it is that we're going there and how much they love crypto. They are very big on crypto.
What's that? Like 1% is only like, that's 40 million, even only just 1% of that. So it's huge money when you're talking billions. So yeah. Great
That's
opportunity.
crazy.
Don Charles Smith goes, what more do people want from Brian? He's not a robot. He's a superhuman. We got to understand how hard this guy works. Keep it up. Be legend.
I don't know. I think he might not be full robot, right, Brian? But you're part robot.
I'm slack. I don't work at all, mate. No, look, a lot of people just don't. I mean, look, I treat Safuu as my baby, so I've got to protect it and caress it and
Yes.
grow it up to be strong, and so yeah, that's just my priority. I put in every waking second into the business, and even if I was doing anything outside of that, whether it's going to dinner or whatever it is, I'm always still thinking about Safuu, right? That's how it is. So, but I like doing that. So I'm definitely not a robot. I'm just a human. I just dedicate my entire self to what I believe in and what I want to achieve. So maybe
Brian, what do you think about the name that I keep on calling where we're going to go see our Safuu? I keep on calling it the nursery, chalk talking.
Yeah, I like
a lot of people like that. Is that what we're going to call it? Are you going to call it something like that, like with the Safuu X nursery, so we can go check on our little Safuu as they're growing up before they're ready to come home?
I'll definitely think about it. I like it. I'm not too sure. I won't say yes or no on that right now. Maybe we'll put it to a community vote of what you guys want to call it. But I'm sure that'd be one of the top suggestions in there. But I get it. Like when you're obviously in testnet, you want to check on what things are happening. So it'll be a portal of some sort. But whether if we call it the Safuu X Nursery,
yeah,
maybe potentially.
It's going to be the happiest nursery ever because you just see
Oh
your
my
little
gosh.
Safuu X coins grow at a steady price. You're going to be like, ooh.
They're all going to be so cute too. Little
Oh,
Safuu
yeah.
X.
Brian, can we buy the light note with a hot wallet, then choose to direct the returns to a cold wallet, as it would make it faster to make the purchase with a hot wallet?
So whatever wallet that, okay, so I'll tell you guys the way it's kind of going to work, all right? So, and I haven't really expanded on this case, so it's kind of a good question to lead in with it. So when you buy either your full node or your light node, okay, the wallet that you use to buy that node with, obviously is the one that's going to be getting that node, right? Which means you're going to be getting the Safuu X to lock and stake against it from that wallet. However, here's the thing. You're going to be getting, the way we're going to program it and make this easy to function is we're going to have that wallet that you're buying those nodes with have a signifier, which is just a basic BSC20 token that we'll have, which is be called Safuu X, but it won't be the actual Safuu X. It'll just be a signal to show you that you've actually got that stake and you've contributed like against your wallet. However, you can elect to then send that signifier, so that symbol, that token to a different wallet. So thus, like you said, a cold wallet. And then you will have that stake locked against that new wallet that you've sent that token to. So basically, wherever you own that token, or if you send it to someone, then yeah, they're the person who are going to be owning that stake in the node until we're on testnet. And then obviously that token doesn't mean shit anymore. It's only for that time being. So we know who to allocate all these Safuu X to. That's all. So answer is yes, you can change your wallets. But once you're on mainnet, then the answer is no. Or even on testnet, the answer is no. Like that'll just run. But up until that time,
Okay, so
you have
up until
freedom.
testnet, you can change it.
Pretty much. Yeah,
Perfect.
correct.
Now I know what to tell people because I get that question a ton. Crypto Chris, can you rebut the inflation BS mentioned so we can shut down that argument? I think we all know, but
Yeah. Fire pit. That's my answer.
Short and
That's my
simple.
rebuttal. Fire pit.
yeah.
Or what does Nacho call the fire pit? What's Fred, right? Is his name
Oh
Fred?
no, that's it. Yeah, that's his helper that helps him
It's not
explain the
puppet.
fire pit. But Fred just keeps on eating everything that he tries to use.
I made me
So-
crack up, man. When you were on with Chalk Talk and he comes on there with Fred and introduces him, I was laughing my ass off there. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Fred.
Yama
I love that his name is Fred too.
That's a good name. Yama says, "Dear friends, looking at hotels to stay in Dubai. Brian, hint us where to be closer to y'all. Elbow cough, elbow cough."
I haven't made any decisions on where we're going yet. So I've still got to try to, work out the itinerary as well as flights and how all that's going to work, which is going to be a lot of stuff to do. But as far as hotels, no, I haven't booked anything in yet. So whether or not we're at the Burj or whether or not we're at the Crown Plaza or something, I really don't know yet. So I can't give you any hints because I really don't know. Yeah, sorry, buddy.
Seahawk says we should call it the incubator room.
Yeah, that's a cool one. I don't mind that either. Chuck some suggestions into Discord. Nursery, incubator, I like both.
This is some of the silence that we should have had earlier in the other
Yeah.
live stream.
I'm trying to see if anybody has any more questions. Feel free to ask.
Yeah, me too. I'm looking through.
But yeah, for anyone that wants to get nodes, I would highly suggest and really recommend to the best of my ability to say that you definitely do want to not be running it on your personal computer and get like a cloud service such as AWS or Azure and run them there. Because like you guys have made mention of before, you don't want to be on holiday or be out and then all of a sudden your computer goes offline or your internet goes offline or anything can happen. And then you're just going to be having your node disqualified from even being, able to earn your rewards, because the way we're going to have it is like a traffic light system where it's yellow, green, and red. So if you're offline for any period of time and multiple times, then you're pretty much going to be marked as like a red, which is, hey, your node's down for, let's say you've done it now 3 times in the last month or 3 months, whatever it is. You're not going to be given a second opportunity to be on the network. Like, it's going to be given to someone else. So you definitely want to be on the cloud. That's the best and easiest way, and probably the cheapest way anyway. Like running a cloud service is going to cost you $2 or $3 a day, which is nothing comparative to even your normal electricity that it would cost you to run your PCs, probably more than that. So be on the cloud if you're getting a node, and we will definitely help you with a guide to be able to do it fairly easily. So yeah, that's all I want to say about that.
So Ian has a question. Brian, will we receive our Safuu X coins into our ledger when testnet launches or mainnet? Thank you.
So you'll have your Safuu X into your testnet wallet or your wallet for testnet, but those Safuu X that you'll receive, even though they will be Safuu X, they're not the mainnet Safuu X. So basically look at it kind of like it's kind of monopoly money, I suppose, that you can kind of do what you want with that. Like if you send it to someone, it's not like, oh my God, I've given away all my funds. That's it. No, you can send them, do whatever. We'll even have like a faucet that you can actually claim free Safuu X just to kind of do what you want with it and experience it, make sure it works. But whatever you receive when you start doesn't mean anything. When you go to what we call either the nursery or the incubator, like you guys have it, the portal to check on that, that's the number that you need to have a look at, not necessarily what's already been in your wallet. And that number that you check in the portal, once we hit mainnet, that'll be the number that you'll receive. And yeah, those coins, once you have them, obviously you don't want to be, doing any nonsense with that. That'll be it.
Aaron Shepard, is there going to be a window for current Safuu holders to sacrifice before non-current holders? And I know you told them in Discord if they got 250 votes, you'd seriously look into this. Supposedly they hit the number. I haven't looked.
So that kind of goes towards the question that you posed to me earlier when we started, which was, well, what happens when we get closer to the date and there might not be enough tokens, like towards the tokenomics, we might need to lift up those numbers to allow more. That kind of goes with the same thing. So we don't, I think, even need to have a small window for Safuu holders to be able to do that and transition over or sacrifice if there's enough tokens to begin with. So yeah, my answer is just wait a couple of weeks, or if not, definitely into next month, so we can figure out if those numbers need to change, and therefore we don't need a window to begin with. So, yeah, I don't think there's a need for it. But look, if it makes everyone happy and they go, look, we want a window just to feel really safe, then hey, yeah, okay, I'll chuck in a 10-minute window for everyone to be happy. But I just don't think it's a necessity. But I'll do it if they want it, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
be
what
here
I
on live. Okay, look, let me say on record on live stream. Okay, look, I'll give everyone a 10-minute window. Okay, there you go. I'll do it. No problem. Is everyone happy now?
Oh, you probably just made the Discord blow up, because that's like a lot of FUD. Not FUD. A lot of angst I see is because
Really?
everybody who's a small holder thinks that like the big whales have this power, and I keep telling them,
Okay.
no, the power is in timing of you pressing a button, not in
Yeah.
the whale. So
I'll give current Safuu holders a 10-minute window, or if not, maybe even a 15-minute window, something like that. So either 10 or 15 into coming across and sacrificing. No worries.
But I think that you're talking about current Safuu holders up to like a certain date, and then anybody after that date is not a part of that window. Meaning, like people that bought up until August or up until September, right? Because that October is going to be the one that has very huge, gigantic buys.
I'll tell you that's going to be very hard to function in the way that we have the sacrifice working towards it on a protocol level, smart contract level. It's going to be very hard to do that, I think. So, I mean, and that wasn't proposed. Like it was, the question was, hey, Safuu current holders can migrate over. So even on that day or in the last 1 hour of when the sacrifice timer hits, hey, they're still current Safuu holders. So no, I think it's going to be too hard to function. I think, hey, if you're a current Safuu holder, you can migrate over. It doesn't matter what time.
This should make them
That
feel
makes
better.
it more bullish.
Yeah.
Sorry, Greg. That makes it more bullish for everyone anyway, because we may have a higher price or even more of a run-up in price coming up to that sacrifice event, because people will want that 10 or 15-minute window anyway. So if you're ready for it, it's just a win-win.
Yeah, you could look at it that way as well, definitely. Otherwise, people may stop buying leading up to it, knowing, oh, I might not have the chance to sacrifice anyway because I missed out on that window. So, yeah, that works out.
Gatorman says, thanks for answering my node question. Anytime. That's what we're here to do. Appreciate it. Seahawks, thank you so much for the $100. I have a question. What model sunglasses are you wearing? I need those.
Everyone knows. Everyone knows.
Yes, right. LV, baby.
Yeah, LV. I don't know if you can see these guys, but yeah, they can't really see them. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Yeah, LV.
You're
LV.
balling today, Brian.
I'm always balling, buddy.
Yeah.
I think these are like $2.5 grand or something. So if you got $2.5 grand to spend on some sunglasses, go for it.
If anyone,
I don't know.
knows it,
Seahawk is a baller.
He's going to love my style. $5 t-shirts, whatever. Same shoes for the last 2 years. That's the Greek style.
Hey, I actually wanted to tell you, this is for you, Brian, because I'm sure you get added a lot. I remember you in the Discord a week or two ago said, stop adding me so much on Discord. The Austin that was in that video, that live stream earlier with you, wanted to give you a shout out, just in case you don't see it if you're scrolling through at a later date. But it's kind of cool to see. He says that you talked with him with 100% respect, and he said he has much love for the attitude and culture that you have in the space. Awesome. That's awesome to see, man.
That is great. Yeah. So thanks, Austin. I was just trying to help you out as well as everyone else on that stream against Onchain as well. But yeah, I've got respect for Austin. I've got nothing against the bloke. So yeah, cool to see. Yeah, no hard feelings, brother. No hard feelings.
Dude, those birds, man.
I love the nature sounds. It's so peaceful.
That'd be where I am, crows.
Mike Brantley, thank you for the $5. He says, not Safuu related directly, but can you mention that finance protocol is rugging and not to claim your tokens? Do not connect your wallet.
That's actually a pretty good idea, because a lot of people in Safuu did get into that, and there's a lot of shady stuff happening with that. And literally, if you connect your wallet to their DApp, it literally puts like an unlimited claim on anything that you have in your wallet, and then it literally takes everything out.
That's terrible. These scammers think of everything.
Yep, that one was that was pretty elaborate. I gotta say, but that is good to mention because, like I said, a lot of Safuu people did get into that so that they can get more Safuu to put in. But you know, I guess you cheat. We all tried to cheat the system.
Tim Hickman, I had a Safuu sweater made for my pug. I'm jealous. My pug's sitting here freezing. Legend the pug is freezing. He's in a good mood today. He's sleeping on the couch, all happy.
Wasn't that what he always does? Well, besides the water bottle.
They're so noisy, pugs, though, aren't they? Like, especially when they're sleeping or walking or doing anything. Like, they're not quiet animals. Like,
They sound
snorting
like
around
pigs.
and-
They snort, they grunt.
Yeah.
Yep.
For a 20-pound dog, he snores louder than I did when I was 325 pounds. It's ridiculous. He'll wake up half the house. I love the birds.
You don't
I can
even
hear
have
them now.
you don't even have to put on like the music in the background. You just have nature. Oh God.
Are you at work, Sean, or something?
Yeah, I am. I'm actually standing in the middle of a cemetery right now. Very chilled.
Kelly Productions goes, why do I feel like Good Day is going to have an entourage of kangaroos behind him? That's true.
I try filming for everyone, but they're so quick.
The Collector, thank you so much for the $5. Just love the Safuu family. Brian, thanks for the jacket. You are awesome and very generous. Finally repping the Safuu Racing brand.
He got the
Awesome.
jacket. Yeah, I finally got around to sending the 5 or 6 jackets that I needed to last week. It took me like nearly 3 or 4 weeks until I actually had the time to go out to the post office and do it. So yeah, cool. Rep the Safuu gear, definitely. No worries, Collector. You enjoy it. You deserve it.
Yeah, he sent me a picture with him wearing it. It looks great on him. I was like, nice, brother.
Sick.
Gia Jen goes, thank you, Brian, and all the Warriors. He doesn't have to sell Bessie the cow, so we are all happy. So that is good.
Absolutely.
It's lovely to hear.
Brian, I wanted to ask you just like out of the blue, like, have you ever spoken to Richard Hart about everything that you're doing? I mean, I know you're a big fan of his and the work that he's done. Have you guys ever had a conversation about what's going on between both of you and what's going on with him and what's going on with you?
I will not acknowledge that or deny it.
I love it.
That's my answer.
Okay.
So you're saying
I'm saying nothing. That's what I'm saying completely nothing.
Say nothing.
Hmm?
Title of the
No
next
comment.
video.
I should have said just no comment.
Brian says nothing but says everything.
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
Here's Sashar, the evil hacker. When will we be giving away the nodes? And do we have any Project F final for blockchain or still in process?
Hmm?
So well, the giveaway nodes is going to happen on the 1st of August, right? So that's only 5 days from now. Yeah, we'll be in. I'll do my live stream as usual, which is the node giveaway. Do the random generator thing and do it big. So those people will earn the nodes, and then obviously we'll document which of those wallet addresses get them, and then it will come down to test. I mean, just prior to testnet, when we're actually doing or have already awarded the buyers of the full nodes and the light nodes, right? So once we issue them, then we'll also issue the winners of those 5 that winner on the 1st. But they're all documented, so you won't actually have the node yet. You'll be winners of them, but you'll need to wait until we obviously sell the rest, and then you'll get your node as well. So yeah, August 1st.
Sir EOZ says, will SafeWX dashboard be compatible with Wallet Connect / Infinity Wallet during Sacrifice event, testnet, and mainnet?
I've never heard of Infinity Wallet. I know Wallet
Neither have
Connect. So yeah, Wallet Connect, yes. MetaMask, yeah. Trust Wallet, all the normal stuff. But yeah, the other one I've never heard of. So I can't really answer that. If that's a necessity, I mean, I've never heard of it, so I don't know. But if it's a necessity and our community needs it, then I think it's just a simple request for our devs to build that in. I don't think that'd be too much of a hard thing to do.
On that same line, what about with the ledger wallets? I know a lot of people have Safuu in their ledger wallet and they come sacrifice, but the Safuu X chain won't be on the ledger as of yet? Do they need to put that into a MetaMask before they do the sacrifice
Yes.
event, or how does that work?
So put it this way, you don't actually get your official Safuu X coins until it comes on mainnet anyway, which is technically on January 20th, right? So what I'd like to think I have the power to be able to do is liaise with Trezor as well, and try to build that relationship to have them build in our chain. So when it does come to mainnet, then yeah, you can automatically transfer it to that. But prior to that, then no, you wouldn't be able to store it on your direct hardware wallet until they've actually built in our chain to begin with, right? So there might be a little bit of a layover period there with it. I mean, if we can do it prior to mainnet, or if not after it, we'll definitely get it done. It's just a matter of when.
Of course.
So, yeah.
Biz Entertainment says, "Hey, Brian Legend, any update on Amex card and how they would work, as you hinted on a couple weeks back?"
No comment.
Man,
So you've
I mean,
had talks.
I love that question.
When I hint at things, they're meant to be a hint. It's not like, hey, I'm going to release all the information behind it. It's a hint that this may be something that may work or may not. It may come out. No promises they're given. So that's why it's no comment on that one.
Aaron Shepard says, "Great to see the CEO of this massive project just hanging out with the community, answering questions. One big happy family."
Mate, these YouTubers show me love. I need to show that love back, right? We're all one big happy family. That's the way I see it as well. So, of course, support each other.
We really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm just happy you came on.
It's
Know
pretty
that we support you. I'm just always happy when people come on and support me. I just always think I don't deserve anything, but I just will keep doing what I do and just not stop. It's not going to stop. Like you said on your post yesterday, that we aren't even at like stage 5 or stage 6. The Greeks only on stage 1. So, Crypto DeFi Data. Brian, how big is the blockchain dev team, and do they have experience building other blockchains or other crypto projects?
So what we haven't done yet is we haven't released information on who is our actual team that we've got for building the blockchain. I mean, we haven't done that, right? There's actually a good reason for that. But my answer to you is you will know who they are, and they're very well known. But you will have more information on that after our white paper. So the plan is our white paper is going to be released. You'll then see a live stream with myself as well as the people that you've asked, and you'll know who they are. And yeah, we'll have a proper live AMA kind of questions where you can chuck any development questions out there. We'll answer them all. And then after that, there will be a announcement of a proper partnership that we've got going. In extra to that, which is a really, really big thing. I won't speak too much on that right now, but just know that that'll be a huge, huge, big thing. And that's where everything will kind of piece together, and you'll go, that's why. And all the information will sink in with everything and build that big picture. So I can't really talk too much about it, unfortunately. But look towards the live stream first and then the announcement after. You guys will be enthralled. Very, very extreme.
Always.
Oh, yeah.
Every live stream.
Yeah.
Brian, I'm in Safuu since day 1 pink sale and did not sell any of my Safuu. Will there be a bonus or promotion for holders who never sold any Safuu?
I think we've been doing that already every single month, right? Of just rewarding holders for holding. So if you've got in from day 1 or you've got in whenever, but you're just holding, I mean, it doesn't really matter if it's day 1 or day 20, you're still holding, then yeah, you're going to be entered in all these competitions and giveaways we're doing. Plus, on top of that, well, if you're in from day 1, you've got the best chance of being able to get a node, which I'm assuming that you'd want anyway, because you're a holder from day 1, you believe in it. So you're getting those rewards, for that as well. So any more on top of that, I don't think we need to. We've done so much, and we're continuing to do so much already.
They're also talking about that dinner too, Brian, because that's, I think, what the question is. They're saying that they've never sold. And you're going to, you said that you're going to meet with the very few. If you happen to be one of those very few, then yeah, if you didn't sell.
that is something I've totally kind of not forgot about, but I don't really, it's still in the front of my mind because it's so far on out. But you raise a really good point. And yeah, if you're a day one proper pre-sale holder, then I did put that to a competition, right? I said, hey, if you can hold for the entire year, that yes, I would organize dinner or fly out for you or do something. So depending at that time of how many people actually have held, we'll definitely organize something, and you'll be rewarded for that effort, and I'll do something definitely. Yep.
Gatorman says, I'm ready to turn up at this Safuu party. So are we. Thank you so much for supporting me. Riley Freeman, 23% fire pit in a few minutes. We all need to celebrate for the Jordan fire pit. It's only going to hit one time, so let's go.
What are we up to?
That's true.
Oh, yeah. The
Next
fire
is 24. Is that Kobe Bryant? Next is 24. Kobe Bryant.
Next we honor Kobe and 20.
He's
we'll
right.
run out of numbers eventually.
He's right though. In a few minutes, 22.99% we're at. So we're about to take over that 23. That's a massive effort. Crazy.
Sean, those things sound crazy, bro.
It's like it's confusing me. I'm like, Ramen
It's
goes,
like
Brian.
Yeah, it annoys you.
You don't have any crows in the US? I don't think you do.
We
right?
do.
No,
Yeah, we do.
They're
It's
just
not
like-
crazy like out there, though, I guess.
they're nuts over there. They're like eating fish galore over there. Here, they're man.
Do you have magpies over there? Magpies
know
are
what
like
that is.
swoopia and stuff.
Yeah, they're like a black and white bird, and they just go boom and dive bomb your head.
Yeah.
Nope.
We have,
No, we
No,
don't.
we don't have that.
we have little birds. They're like this big. Okay.
Yeah.
We have seagulls here, and they're kind of crazy on the beach, especially if people start feeding them, which is really annoying when people do that because they come from everywhere. You don't even know where they're coming from, and they just cover everything if you're on a beach, and it's pretty annoying. And they're really big too.
And they like to chase you if you antagonize them. Don't ask
Yeah.
why.
Sean, where do seagulls sleep at night, buddy?
I don't know. Probably on the sand, I dare say. I just like
Apparently
up
they
higher
sleep
on the
on the-
dunes.
Apparently they sleep on the sea.
On
Apparently
the sea.
they sleep on the sea. That's what, and I'm like, really?
That's
But
crazy.
Most people think they sleep in the trees, but no, they don't. They don't sleep in no trees.
You reckon you'd see a whole lot more with feet missing, with fish coming up at night if that was the case.
Possibly. Maybe it's the beach and the sea, but that's apparently what Google was saying. I was like, okay.
Hmm.
Google's always
Google's
right.
never
right?
wrong.
Yeah, it's,
Never.
it's never wrong.
Google says it. Do it. Nah.
Yeah.
Googled my headache. I'm gonna die. Apparently, you're like, oh, that's it.
Never
Talk
look
to
at
Google.
WebMD. You're always dying.
Nope.
It's
Nope.
terrible.
Ramen says, Brian, do you think we can reach 40% fire pit by October 20th? My answer, I'm going to cross over to Dan Prado to answer that question for you. Let's see what he says.
Probably not by October 20th. I don't think. Especially, did you stop the extra percentage going to the fire pit? Because I remember you had said that was coming to an end because of what was going on with the new blockchain. Did you stop doing that?
No, that's continued. So the 6% has been, actually 6.5%, wasn't it? Yeah, 6.5%.
Well, then there could be a chance that could happen, and the reason why is because of the new volume that's going to be coming in with England. And remember, guys, we only have 159,000 or so holders. We could end up with probably double that by the end of all of this marketing, and then that Dubai trip. I mean, it could be double, but if it gets to anywhere near 450,000, just 100,000 people more, or 50,000 people more, that's a lot of people coming in the next 2 or 3 months. So I would think that we might be able to get to that, because that is 3 months from now. And so if we get that volume because of this marketing and then the Dubai trip, then we might be able to get to that.
It's definitely possible. I mean, the way the fire pit is programmed to work is the less of the price that it is. So the smaller the price, the more the fire pit's going to be eating up in terms of percentage and bigger tokens. And that's why we've got a fairly, good price floor around that $16 at the moment. But the more the higher price goes up, so if we have huge marketing, the price is like $100 a token, then the fire pit's not going to be eating as much, right? So it's going to be harder to get there. So I think if you want it to get to 40, you kind of, not that it's a good thing, but you kind of want the price to be, you know, as close to near $10 or $5 or something like that to eat up so much, right? But that in itself is not a good thing anyway. So I don't think 40% is kind of a. I personally don't think it's going to get there, but at the same time, I didn't think we'd be at 23% now either. I forecasted 19 by the end of the year, so I could be totally wrong. So
well, the only reason why I say that it might is because even if price goes up, the volume that we're going to have because of the. I mean, I'm expecting for there to be big buyers like where they're buying the tens of thousands of Safuu like number 4 does, you know, on a regular basis. They sell it to whatever. There's going to be buyers that come in from that Dubai trip. I expect that to be a lot. I mean, now that is towards the end, closer to that October 20th. But you know, we'll see what happens with the London underground. That might bring a bunch of buyers too that'll buy big too. So even if it's a little bit more, like, you know, we're talking more than what you were saying, that $5 or $10, it is going to be more than that. But if it's even if it's more than what it is now, I mean, when it was at $150, $200, obviously the fire pit was getting fed a lot slower. Those days it was 2.5%. It was $150, $200, you know, per Safuu. Where nowadays it's still really low, in my opinion. I mean, $20, $22, it's still
really
super
low.
low.
But back then, like when we were first starting, obviously there was lower supply, so it could eat up more. But plus, we were pushing a lot more volume in those days there as well, like 10, 11 million per day. Now we're doing like 1.5 to 2, which is still huge. But that's why it's an offset. It's fairly kind of similar. But you mentioned number 4 as well, which is also a positive thing. They've kept now their word. It looks like anyway, from my discussions with them, that they haven't sold or moved any funds at all from their wallet over the last 24 hours. So let's hope that they continue on and keep to that word for the next 13 days. So, but I think that's a, you know, a really good catapult for the price anyway, to keep on going up. That's the hope.
It's funny. I see Seahawks comment, and then I hear the birds in the background. It's just funny. Thank you so much. You
It's
deserve it,
perfect,
man.
man.
Love the positivity. Let's freaking go. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I will not stop bringing this positivity. I've said that many times, and I appreciate it.
Hey,
Now,
John is in the chat, apparently. I'll see a couple of his comments.
G'day, John.
Yeah, he said, LOL, what a title, because I put Onchain is an idiot in the title.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I changed the title after I put on. Originally, it was just Onchain is an idiot. Then I changed it to Safuu and Safuu X Q&A with Onchain is an idiot afterwards. But I just wanted people to know we were going on after that debacle, so that tie it in, and then we were going to bring it forward with a good Safuu talk, which is what we needed after that. You know, we don't want people thinking that Onchain can just do whatever he wants and doesn't give you time to speak. No, you have a floor here, the community's here, and it's great to see everybody showing up. I mean, nobody's leaving the stream, so I could keep going for days. As long as you're willing to stay and answer as many questions as possible, I'll keep going.
Have I missed a video?
Yeah.
Oh, you were probably sleeping.
Yeah.
So,
Dude, that comment, what I think it's Andrew for all had said. It says, "Hey, John, you should have kicked him off. Simple. Keep your live stream a professional talk. Simple, bruv." I'm like, I just read it in his voice. Oh God, I hate it so much.
Yeah, so Sean, I went on a live stream on Hey John's channel, and it was meant to be a Kyoto Protocol versus Safuu kind of debate or discussion, which it kind of started off being.
Yeah.
And then you had your bonks in there as well as Austin Clark. And we're for the first 10, 15 minutes having a great chat. And then all of a sudden, Hey John goes, you know what? Let's just chuck a whole new dynamic and get Onchain in the discussion. And as you know, Onchain just totally goes off and has no respect for anyone. Now he's left. So
Sean, it was just crazy.
Also,
Now,
explain
now,
it
I don't
on-
want you to worry,
on-
Sean, about the fact that this was something that went down and Brian looked bad. Nothing like that happened.
Mm.
Like Onchain looked like a complete and utter idiot, but he was on there calling
He
people
always
names.
does.
Like he was calling people names. He was just going off, like cursing at everybody. It was crazy. It was absolutely out of control. Not even close to being something watchable, even. But you know, Brian ended up leaving, and that was that. You know.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I haven't seen anything professional from him yet. So
True enough.
yeah.
Simple.
We came on with our reactions and then started talking about Safuu. Say again, Sean.
I'm gonna love yous and leave yous. Greg, thanks for having me on. If I can jump back in, I will. We'll see what's possible.
Perfect.
Oh, you're always
Appreciate
doing
it.
that to us, bro.
We'll miss you, buddy.
Well,
always
this time
leaving
next
us.
year, none of us will be working full time. So
That's true.
but,
That
we've
is
got a
true.
few months left. May as well enjoy it.
Yeah. All right, brother. Have a good night. Good day,
Same,
actually.
Yeah.
It is. Cheers. Bye.
I actually
Yeah,
do
it
need
just
to leave as
started.
well because it's 10 o'clock in the morning and I was meant to get sleep like 4 hours ago because in preparation from a meeting that I'm about to have in 15 minutes. So I need to get prepared for that. And but yeah, guys, thanks very much for having me on, and keep doing your thing, keep spreading the word, keep spreading the love.
Thank you
I'll
so
see you
much
all.
for
We appreciate you.
coming on. You're always welcome to come on the channel anytime you want. And I appreciate you doing what you're doing for the community, and keep up the great work.
Thanks,
guys.
Brian.
Oh, I did have one thing to add for you, Brian. I said I was gonna formally invite you if you want to come on Thursday. I think it's Friday your time, to the Fantastic Four, because I'll be hosting it since I just got monetized.
Nice.
Yeah.
So normally that lines up with about 9 a.m. my time, which is kind of a funny time because it's morning where everyone wakes up, but it's kind of where I'm entering a zone where like I kind of need sleep. So if I can try to make it, like I'll honestly I'll give you my word that I will honestly try to make it on there. But if I can't, I can't. But look, hopefully I can. So I'll give it my commitment to try to be on there as I can. So, but thanks for the invitation. I will definitely accept it. So,
Well,
Cool.
you
Thanks,
do your
man.
best. You're a busy guy, so
Thanks so
yeah,
much.
look,
yeah, thank you.
easy. Cool. Have a good stream, guys. Bye.
Thanks.
We need to get him. I wanted to get him on there with having time with Sean and stuff, because I know everyone loves being on a video with Brian.
Of course, yeah.
Well, he's just fun to
No,
talk to.
Man, I can't believe
that
we've
was a
been on
good
this
move
now for
asking
30
him before he
minutes.
gets off. You know, why not? See if he says yes. He said yes. It's just a matter of, you know, whether or not he has the time that day. But you know, he probably will come on even if it's just for 1 or 2 minutes. That'll be awesome, bro. Right?
Yeah, that's why I figured to offer it, because I know I send stuff over Twitter and stuff. I know he's busy, so he doesn't. He'll view it as say seen. He'll give a thumbs up or something, and I know.
Yeah.
he means
Thumbs
well,
up.
and that's why like, you know what,
Yeah.
we're here. I'll offer it, because then it'll be cool just to do another video with him again under different circumstances, not about Onchain.
Even this one, he saw, I just posted in Discord that I was going live, and he messaged me on the side. He goes, yeah, I want to join. And I'm like, whoa, okay, cool. Here's the link. I couldn't do it fast enough. I was like,
Yeah, I said I got it to him first.
Why not? Yeah. I've always invited him to all the live shots. I mean, there may have been 1 or 2 that I have not, you know, when we're all together, or especially if it's going to be a big one, like the first Fantastic Four that we ever did. That was one that I invited him. And it's just, whether or not he comes on is not known. I don't know. I just send it to him, you know. And if he comes on, he comes on. If not, I'll see him there. But he hasn't come on my channel at all. Not yet, but he has been on every single one of my live shots because he's there in the comments all the time. So he basically is there. You know what I mean? It's just not on the channel. So
yeah, and it was good that he came on, and actually he gave us some stuff for anybody who wasn't here. For anybody who's worried about sacrifice event, he did say we're going to have 15 to 20 minutes as loyal Safuu holders to be able to sacrifice. So that was broken here on the channel. So spread the news so everybody in Discord knows it, so we can get that out of the way and give everybody peace of mind. So Brian did come on. He answered questions. So if you want to rewatch and see all the answers, because Brian delivered once again. I know at the start we were angry, but then we turned it happy, and now we're going forward, positive, loving Safuu. Unfortunately, I have to cut this out now because I have to go eat and travel back to my actual house because I'm been at my parents' house for last few days.
Okay.
Gasp.
But I appreciate you both coming on. I appreciate this spur of the moment, and I will see you all whenever you guys are live again, which will probably be tomorrow because we do this every day, and I love it too much. And unfortunately, I'm in the office tomorrow, so I can't go live during the day. So, Daniel, that's out of the question. So I apologize in advance.
I'm going to see what I can do, my brother. I'm going to try. You know what I mean?
You're going to try to give the community what they deserve.
Yes.
If you guys
I'm
missed
going
the
to try to
start,
get through without you, brother. I don't know how I'm going to, but maybe Compliment can come on for a couple minutes during his lunch or in between setting up a computer or something. We'll see.
Daniel showed the passion. It was amazing to see, and I appreciated it. So I appreciate all of you for joining. We're going to cut it out here. Please keep rebasing, keep hodling, and you know where we're going. So why wait?
Absolutely.